Greetings everyone! Thank you for tuning in to part 3 of this video series as we continue to progress from this image of reference given by the client to this beautifully styled invitation. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to benefit from this full Canva invitation tutorial. The objectives that will be covered in this video are as follows. Let's head over to Canva to continue where we left off in part 2. To get to Canva, open the web browser and within the address bar, type www.canva.com. When you press enter, it will take us to the Canva website. From here, I'm already signed in, so I'm going to select projects and I will scroll to the most recent project design, which is the one that we have been working on. Once that is selected, we can see that the project is now open. What we're going to be focusing on firstly is to get the centerpiece of this invitation, which is the cheers to 80 years. The first thing we're going to do is to find that number 80, and to get this, I'm going back to templates and photos, and then I will type a description of what I want. Here I'm typing number 80 gold balloon. We're presented with a number of options and we can scroll to see the different options that are available to us. If you have identified one, for example this one, that you are interested in, you may go ahead and add it to the folder. If you're not sure how to do that, you can always refer to the previous video. Instead of using one of these, what I'm going to do is to open a new tab and go to images.google.com. Here I will search for another option, being that I'm not fully satisfied with what was presented. So the description that I'm typing here is number 80 gold confetti, or with gold confetti. Once I have that, the options are presented. I will do the very same, which is to scroll and see if there's anything there that catches my attention. In scrolling, at first I did not see anything, but just before I scrolled back up, I did identify this particular image, and I'm thinking that this would be a perfect fit for this invitation. Hence, what I'm going to do is open it, then right click and select copy image. Once the image is copied, I go back to my Canva design to paste the image. Now, when I right click on this background, as you can see, the paste option is not available. Now, in a situation such as this, what I will do is to add a page so I can paste the image there instead of pasting it within the background. On this new page, I'm going to right click and then select the option paste. And as we can see, the image is now on the page. That is one. And two, it should also be noted that the image can be found within the Uploads tab. Just to remain consistent with what we have been doing thus far, what I'm going to do is to proceed to move this image to the folder that was created for this project. And that is by clicking on those three dots and then move to folder, select the folder, and then click on the button that says move to folder. You can see that it has disappeared from the Uploads tab, and to access it, I'm going to go to Projects, Folders, and open the folder. There we will be able to find the image that was just uploaded to Canva. Now that we have this image, I am interested in only the top 80. That is the one where the 80 is written in white with the gold glitter surrounding it. So what I'm going to do is to edit this image and select the crop option. So firstly select the image, then select edit image, and then select crop. Once we select the crop option, then I am able to select the area on the image that I wish to be displayed. Once I'm satisfied, as you can see here, I can go ahead and select done. Once I've selected done, you will notice that the other part of the image that was not selected is not displayed. Once I've cropped this successfully, I can now click and move it to the preferred or desired location. As we can see, there is a white rectangular background surrounding this image that needs to be removed. To achieve this, select the image and then select Edit Image. Next, we will select BG Remover. Once we have done that, you would have seen that all white areas are now transparent, including the section within the number 80 that we wanted to keep. To have this restored, we click on the configuration for the BG Remover and then select the Restore option. Once the Restore option has been selected, we can click, hold, and drag our cursor around the areas where we want this white background to be restored. Currently, it will be restored to the numbers 8 and 0, and also to pockets within the gold glitter where we can see that the white area was made transparent. Now that I am satisfied with this, I am going to proceed to select Edit Image. Once you selected Edit Image, you will see that the background has now been restored to the respective areas. However, if you do identify additional pockets, you may repeat the steps by again selecting the configuration for the background remover, select the Restore option, and again click on the areas where you want this white background to be restored. I will now resize this image and position it at the center of this page. Once I've done that, I am going to be adding some text to the project by selecting the text option from the vertical menu bar, and then I'm going to select Add a Text Box. Once I've selected that, I will type the desired text, and for the centerpiece of this invitation, it is cheers to 80 years. We already have the number 80, so I type cheers to, and then I drag this text box above the number 80. What I will do is duplicate this text box by selecting that duplicate option, and within the second text box, I will type years in order to get the cheers to 80 years. The first adjustment that I will make to the text is to change the font style. I will select the text box and then select the current font style, which is Comic Sans. I'll click on that in order to get the options of the different font styles from which I can choose. For this one, I'm hoping to get a heavy or a bold font style, and I'm also looking for one where all caps or all uppercase letters can be displayed beautifully. So here I'll scroll through the different options that are available, and then I will select the one that I believe will work. In this case, it is the bright font style. Once it is selected, I'm going to make an adjustment to have all of these in uppercase, and that is by selecting the text box, then those three dots, and selecting that option that says uppercase. Now that I have done that, I'm going to proceed to increase the size of the font. I will now proceed to increase the font size of the text. This will be achieved by clicking on that plus icon or the subtraction icon that surrounds the current font size. I will leave this one at a font size of 27, and then I will apply some additional effects to this font by selecting the effects option. The first effect that I will add to this is the outline effect, and that allows us to surround the text with a color or with an outline. We're able to select the thickness of the outline and also the color of the outline. For this text box, I'm going to leave the thickness at a 50, and the color of the outline that I will change by clicking on the current color and clicking on that plus color. I'm going to be selecting this pencil icon so that I am able to select a color from the project. Once I have identified a color, I am going to proceed to selecting that color. We can see that the color of the outline has changed, and I'm going to apply a second effect, which is that of curve. In selecting this curve, we can choose to curve this text upwards or downwards. For this particular project, I'm going to make it so that it hugs the number 80. For now, I will leave it at a positive 41, and I believe I am satisfied with that first text box. For the second text box containing the word years, I will change both the font size and the font style. For this particular word, I'm looking for a cursive font, so I'm going to go ahead and select font Benedict. Once I've done that, I will use a desired size to get this word to pop. In doing so, I will proceed to rotating this text box so that the word is slanted on the number 80. I'll then proceed to adding some effects to this text by again selecting the effects option from the horizontal menu. And the only effect I will add to this text is that of outline. I'm going to change the color of the outline again by selecting this pencil icon and selecting a color that is currently on the project. And I'm going for one of the lighter bold colors. After that has been selected and I'm satisfied with it, I'm going to proceed to increasing the thickness of this outline. In this case, it is currently at a 75, and I believe that I will leave it there. I will now zoom out to give a full view of the page to display the progress made so far. If you have benefited from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Megabytes in Tech for more design tips and tutorials. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.